Alright, so today we'll try to talk about the React, that's making a navbar within the React component. So we already have our, so I've run the normal cd hello npm start. You can see that's the first thing to do to kickstart the application. Cd hello, that's select folder hello, then npm start. So right here we have just two components, that's the home and the about, and we can see it on the browser. This is the home, then the about is this one. Alright, so now to make a navbar within this React application. So what I would do now, the best practice is to create a folder within the components, a new folder with the components. We can call it control, because later we'll use that to control the number of components we have. That's to link different pages together. Then within the control, we'll create another component. We can call it navbar.jsx. Remember, JSX represents a component, navbar.jsx. Then right here we can do the imports. React very quickly, React from React, just like that. Then we can make it publicly accessible as export. Alright, then also we can make it a const. Then the nav becomes a capital letter N because it's a component. Then the arrow function, then curly bracket, just like that. Then the return statement stays within that area. Then we can drop one more div, but I'll use a nav now since we are bringing a nav. So for this nav, I'll have different divs. So this div is a class, that's a class name. Remember, I say a class name like this. Class name, that's for React. We'll call it brand. Then right here we can bring in the brand, a tag if you want to, which is necessary. Then brand, then also href, the hashtag go nowhere. Then down there we can have our ul. We can have our ul just like that. So ul, just a minute, we can have our ul right inside here. Then we can have our li. Let's see the shortcut is going to work. If it works, fine. It's working, that's nice. So let's zoom out a bit. So then we need so let's try like this now, just a minute. So li asterisk 3, then I need a tag within it, just like that. So that's for that one. So we can have here as home. Then the next one can be about, then also service. We can save, then we can leave it like that. So the hashtag will be there, the hashtag again will be there, another hashtag, save. Then that's it for now. Then we can try to bring in other things. So let's try to view this on the browser now. So I'll go to my app.js, which is responsible for what I see on the browser, and I'll comment each of them. So I'll show us how to comment. Just put a curly bracket here, then your normal asterisk, just like your normal CSS. So asterisk, then slash, curly bracket. So I've commented those two components, and if I save now, it's compiling. So it has compiled. So we're going back to the browser now, and once we refresh right here, you should see that everything is. Make sure that the navbar appears around this area. So we're going back to the VS Code. So right here we need to call in the navbar as a self-closing HTML tag. So right here we'll be saying the nav. Okay, that's to select this one, so as it can import up there. So we'll save, and it should compile now. So we are saving now already. So you can see that's done the import already. So I commented the home and the about. Save. Let's go back to the browser, refresh again, and let's see. So the next thing to do now is for us to make sure we have we style this CSS. Going back to the VS Code now. Then the index of CSS, which is a general styling. So you can take what we have from here, just delete what we have here, and we can call the nav just like this, and give it a background color of let's try maybe let's try gold. Then also display it as a flex, display it as a flex. Then also make sure the children are wrapped, so we say flex wrap. That's to wrap each child within wrap, just like that, to save. Then we can try to go to the browser now. Just a minute, I'm trying to compile. You see, so it's still compiling. So alright, so you can see what we have now. We've made it a flex. So now let's try to push them towards the other side. So we're going back to the VS Code now, still on this area. So we're going to say justify content space between, justify content, okay, space between. Now add a margin between each of them. That's for that one. Then also let's try to style this. Let's refresh. Let's see. You can see they've moved towards the other side. Now let's turn this one to a straight line. So you can come back here and give the nav, so this UL, a class name, of menu. So menu, just like that. Then we can go back to the index now and make it also a flex. So menu, display as a flex, also display as a flex. If I want to, I can do that, stuff like that. Display flex and save. Then also remove the bulletin list style type, I'll say none. Save. Back to the browser, refresh, and the navbar will come out just like what we are seeing now on the browser. Okay, if we want, so we are going back now to increase the font size. So for the font size, we can start with the brand. So the class of brand, give it a padding, just a minute, a padding of 1.6 rem. Then also the brand a font size, font size 1.6 rem, font hyphen size 1.6 rem. You can do that. Font width border, for that one. Font family L vertical, just like that. Then also for this other one too, let's zoom out a bit. So for this other one too, we are going to say menu li lia. So we'll add a maybe a padding, or let's add a margin now to separate them, a margin of 30 px. Then also we can a font size, just a minute, font size, we can try 1.6 rem, stuff like that. Then also we can save and check the browser by ourselves. So let's refresh the browser. So we can see what we have now. Now let's try to move these ones down a bit. So we are going back to the VS Code to move them down a bit. So let's go back. That will be for this one. We'll give it a padding of 1.6 rem, and we can save. All right, you can go back to the browser. All right, guys. So this is how you can bring in a nav within Bootstrap. That's inside your React application. So try to subscribe, share, stuff like that. So what we are doing now is not a must refresh. Okay, React refreshes the browser by itself. So thank you so much.